Okay, what's up, guys? Here we are. We got Sharon in the house. Is it recording?
Yeah. Yes, it's recording.
Okay.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
So I'm going to be asking you the questions, okay? So keep in mind, a lot of my followers are Puerto Ricans because, you know, I'm a tour guide here in Puerto Rico. So my next question is tell us, what are you doing here in Puerto Rico?
All right. We are in Puerto Rico because of Act 60, wherein it's an incentive, the best incentive that you can get if you're a U.S. citizen, where you can come here, stay here in Puerto Rico just at least 383 days, and you can get tax-free. Well, not totally tax-free, but at least you don't get to pay the whole of IRS tax, whatever you get when you are in mainland. So that's what we are here for, and we have been here for almost 5 years.
Okay, tell us the whole story from beginning to end. How did y'all come here? What made you say, let's go to Puerto Rico? Is your husband Puerto Rican? The whole spill.
My husband isn't a Puerto Rican. He is from Chicago or Virginia, however he prefers. But it wasn't something that we are gonna go to Puerto Rico because, but it was mainly because of the Act 60. So if you don't know what Act 60 is, you can just refer back or rewind a little bit for what I just said earlier. But yeah, that's the best incentive that we can get if you are going to be earning more than, I don't know, or if you want to just save money from taxes, then you can come and stay here in Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is, I think, the best place that you can live outside of the United States, just because it's very close to the mainland, and everyone here also still speaks English, although most of them will be speaking Spanish to you. And then and Puerto Rico is also, you know, it's all American, so you won't be like missing life because you're not in America. You are still in America, and that's how we are here.
So, what is it about Puerto Rico that reminds you of the Philippines?
The weather. The weather is actually almost like 90% the same, or is it 100%, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I like about the Puerto Rico is the same culture as what we have in the Philippines. It's a Spanish, how do you call it? Spanish colonized territory of the United States, wherein we all still eat rice every single day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And we understand a lot of words, although some of them are probably differ in meaning. But Puerto Rico is just like home. Nice islands, close to beaches, green, and people are so nice, family oriented, warm people. And again, Puerto Rico, you might be hearing from other people that it's not safe, but it is very safe, actually. Safer than where you maybe are.
Now, does your kids speak Spanish, or do you plan on teaching them how to speak Spanish and raising them in the Puerto Rican culture, or the Filipino culture, or the Ringo culture?
Actually, my son is bilingual, like fully bilingual at the age of 4. He was 2 years old when I put him to school. 2 years old, yeah, he was 2 years old, and the school, they said it's bilingual, but it isn't actually bilingual, because they're mostly speaking Spanish, which is really good for us. It's good for him because I think being at that young age, you can adapt the language very easily. So now at the age of 4.5 years old, he's fully bilingual. He can translate for me. He's now translating for me. Can you imagine that? Translating for me, which is so nice. So I am going to adapt a little bit of American culture, mostly Filipino culture, and of course Puerto Rican culture. So I would like my son to be kind of internationalized. My son is actually a traveler. He has been to 7 countries at this age, which is amazing, and he has 3 passports because he was born in Mexico also, so he's Mexican, Filipino, and American. So
now, okay, be transparent about what you were saying about how today is the first time you hung out with the Filipino community, and that's something that you realize, even though Puerto Rico is paradise, that's one thing that was kind of like a missing puzzle piece. And maybe share how, even though you're in Puerto Rico, you still feel like, Filipino community is also breath of fresh air. Like, kind of say it in your own words how you told me,
Today, October 28th of 2025, it's actually an outreach program sponsored by the Philippine Embassy from Washington. And they came over here to do all the consular services for us Filipinos here in the island. And I am so overwhelmed. Like, I'm so happy that I got to see and hang out with other Filipinos. Met Filipino Brian.
What's up?
Oh my goodness. He's now my new bestie. Because when we came here, when he picked me up this morning, it was 6:30, and to Bayamon, supposedly would be like less than an hour, but it took us 2 hours to get there because of heavy traffic. And we became besties, like, for that short time period. And having Filipinos around after so many years being out of the Philippines, it was so good. Like, I felt so home that I didn't want to leave. It's now, we left home at 6:30. It's now what, almost 3 o'clock, because I didn't want to go home.
Didn't want to go home.
I didn't want to go home. We had good lunch together, and the food, I don't know, I think it was salty, but I think it was so good because I was eating with Filipinos who, like, good company, good talks, like all of it. If you've missed the Philippines for that long and you meet Filipinos after that much of time, you would feel so home. And I did, and I felt so home today. And the consular services and stuff from Washington, they're so nice, so polite, and I appreciate them all.
Okay, so I want to make in the Filipinos in Puerto Rico, I do want to make like a PSA. I want to talk to those people that haven't been a part of the Filipino community, and that we have a Christmas party coming up, and we have another one. And you being that someone that was like me and many other people, like, oh, I don't want to hang out with Filipino people, and talk about how you didn't hang out with any Filipinos for 4 years, and your first event you realize you're missing out. It's saying to the community, like, you want to encourage other people that lives in Puerto Rico, Filipinos, to take a chance and come to the Christmas party and the events coming up. Can you share?
Of course. If you are living in Puerto Rico and you haven't seen our Filipino channel on Facebook, you should search Filipino community in Puerto Rico. That's the name of it. And if you are like me, who is kind of hesitant to go out, or doesn't know how to drive, or doesn't know anybody else around the island, get out of your comfort zone. It's so nice to be around with other Filipinos. And in December, they're actually hosting a potluck Christmas party together with other Filipinos in the entire island. It will be held in Ponce. I think it will all be posted. The details will all be posted tonight or tomorrow, with all the details. So look for it. And again, if you would like to be close to your country, you have to be close to your countrymen wherever you are. Not just in, I'm just saying this in general. In my experience, like personally, you need to be surrounded by your countrymen, because you feel home. You don't you don't feel homesickness at all, because people here, especially here in Puerto Rico, especially with these people that I just met today, they're all so nice. How much more with the rest of the people that you're going to be meeting when you get to join the potluck here in December 14, if I'm not mistaken. So please come and join us. People are very friendly. I am friendly. Brian is the best. He's the coolest. If you need a ride, he's the best. And everyone is so good. And you will... I actually brought a Filipino flag with me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. From the services, from the outreach program, because I miss home, after almost 10 years. So yeah, please come join us.
That's awesome. So yeah, guys, if you need a ride, hit me up, let me know. I'm gonna go. I'm just like Sharon. I haven't been to any Filipino event in over a year. This is my first time, and I realized I need to do this more. It's important for our mental health, right, Sharon?
Absolutely. I wish I have known or met them on my early times here in Puerto Rico. I would have enjoyed it even more. So please, if you're new to Puerto Rico, or if you're new to anywhere where you are outside of the Philippines, reach out to other Filipinos and you'll be happier, and you would avoid any complications in your brains just because you feel you don't belong into the community. But when you are with other Filipinos, they're going to open the world for you, and they're going to welcome you as how you should be welcomed in a country or town, wherever you are. So please, guys, your countrymen is your friends outside. Forget about the crab mentality.
In 3 kilometers, take the exit toward Carretera 3 East, Interstate PR 3 East.
Yeah. Alright, Google Maps.
Alright, Google
That
Maps.
was it.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say is that I know some of y'all thinking you miss the Philippines, you miss home. But Puerto Rico kind of reminds me of the Philippines. So you can kind of create your own Philippines away from the Philippines by hanging around with the Filipino community, hanging around with the Kababayans. Just like what Sharon said, So practice your singing, because when we do the karaoke,
no judgment.
No judgment,
You sing karaoke, you sing whatever you want, no judgment. We're going to eat all our faces up, and you will be fine, and you should be enjoying it. And I'm so excited. Yay!
So I want to ask you another question, Sharon.
Okay.
So those you guys don't know, Sharon is a successful entrepreneur, her family, and they could write a book about their success. I went to their house. It's like the size of Super Walmart, and I just want to know, what is the secret for other Kababayans to be inspired, or other Puerto Ricans to be inspired to have a beautiful family and a beautiful house the size of Super Walmart? What is some advice?
Well, first of all, it's not a super straight.
Okay.
It's not a super Walmart. No, it's a shoebox right now.
But it's by the beach.
Just kidding.
It's by the beach, 2 blocks away from the beach. It's like paradise.
It's 2 blocks from the beach. It's so cool. Well, we came here as a contractor. I work in a marketing department in a financial firm, a very successful financial firm based in Baltimore, actually, now.
In 600 meters, take the exit toward Carretera 3 East, Interstate PR 3 East.
Okay.
Yep. Well, I guess you just have to work hard and, do what you need to do at work, and mind your own business, and that's it. Learn whatever skill you can learn with the people that you are surrounded with.
Take the exit toward Carretera 3 East.
Without even thinking anything else except for your goal or visions in life, and you can be successful at anything you want to be.
Continue on Interstate PR 3 East for 9 kilometers.
If you still have no luck, I have a Filipino friend in Houston. She got married to a rich gringo after she had a boob job. She's a Filipina. And so if it works for her, it might work for you. Okay.
But hey, you have to just be confident at all times anyway, regardless. And of course, some men probably will be thinking or just, screening screening you physically, but it's not all that matters.
Here's the next question. Okay, I have a lot of Puerto Ricans. They always tell me like, "Oh, you're Filipino." Like, "Oh, I love a Filipino woman. I love for a Filipino woman to marry." What advice would you give the Puerto Ricans that live here that want to find a Filipino wife to take them to Puerto Rico and marry? Like, what are some strategies you as a Filipino living in Puerto Rico?
Yeah. I can't make.
I just put you on the spot. My husband ain't Puerto Rican. I don't know.
I know, right? All right. Well, listen. I think it's all about finding the right guy, and everything is just going to happen accordingly. You know, you don't really need a man just because he lives in Puerto Rico or a man who lives in America. It's just, you need a man, especially in this lifetime. You need a man who's going to support you. You need a man who's going to protect you. You need a man who's going to accept you as who you are, regardless of your flaws, or regardless of who you are. And if this man going to love you of who you are, then you might be the same as hitting the jackpot. You know, you just have to find the right man. So if you want to be in Puerto Rico, I guess you just find someone who lives in Puerto Rico. But the question is, are you going to be happy after you come here in Puerto Rico? I think your personal happiness is also matters right after. So you have to consider all angles of life.
Okay, so my next question is, let's say a Puerto Rican guy is trying to interview if they want to marry Vietnamese or Chinese or Mexican. Why should a Puerto Rican marry? What are the benefits of a Puerto Rican marrying a Filipina? Share a little bit about the culture, how the culture is, why they're good woman spouses for Puerto Rican men. Because we have a lot of Puerto Rican followers that are watching my channel. What would you say?
I am not married to Puerto Rico, but what I can say is, because Filipinos and Puerto Rico are almost the same culture. Whatever our culture in the Philippines is, it's like we're very strong with our family ties, and so are they. So as the Puerto Ricans, and we love rice, that's for sure. We love lechon and all, that's for sure. So the food, the family, and I think those two things are very. The rest will just follow, you know, because family is important. Family is important, obviously, and then with family, you get to eat together as a family, and everything else doesn't matter that much anymore, because you know, if you know your family well, and if you eat well together as a family, then you can work out the rest. I think that's a bad advice, but
that's good advice.
You know what I mean.
That's good advice.
There it is.
So there you go, guys. If you want to if you want to learn more on how to find a Filipino wife, she can introduce you to her Filipina cousins and friends. Go to her TikTok, Spicy Mama. Oh, what is your TikTok handle?
It's Mom Super.
Oh, Mom Super.
Mom Super, please.
Yes, check it out. Okay, I think we got enough video.
Yeah.
Wow, you got like 20 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Stop